Hey everybody! Welcome to another episode of Cuong Can Cook. I hope you're excited because today I'm going to be making Cuong's UltraCalming cheesecake. Now what makes it UltraCalming? I work for Metagenics and our company picnic is tomorrow. And they asked for people who wanted to compete in a cooking contest. So of course, now that I'm an Instant Pot master, thanks to everyone on the Instant Pot community page, I wanted to make sure that I made something good for the competition. And this year's secret ingredient is coconut. And it could be any kind of dish. It could be something sweet, savory, or a drink. And as a well-lubricated person, the first thing I thought of course, was to make the best pina colada that I could. You know, and then to make it extra fancy, I do those fancy twirling bottle tricks and everything. But then I ran into one small problem, and that's that I don't know how to twirl those bottles like those fancy bartenders do. And we do like this to the whoops, and see? So clearly, that would not work. I cannot be making pina coladas tomorrow. So I thought of what else we could do. You know, I've already made the tikka, and that's a caramel pork with the coconut flavor. It's mostly caramel and pork. There's not a lot of coconut in there. Finally, I decided that chocolate coconut cheesecake, something similar to an Almond Joy, would be the best product that I could make. And to tie it in with our company, this is one of my favorite bars that we make. It's called the UltraCalm bar. It's basically like a Mounds bar, if you've ever had one of those. It's chocolate covered coconut. But what we add to it is L-theanine, which happens to be an analog of an amino acid that's derived from green tea. So if you eat a lot of it, it has a calming effect on your body and you just start to relax. I'm going to be integrating our UltraCalm bar into this UltraCalming cheesecake. It's gonna be fantastic. You ready to get started? Let's do it, right? You know that we cook like we're a well-oiled machine. And what's every well-oiled machine need? That's right, lubrication, baby. So, we're gonna stay lubricated today, get lubed, stay lubed. Today I've got my grapefruit shandy, and that's how we're just gonna do it. And let's get started. One more problem. After I made the last cheesecake, we somehow lost the bottom of my push pan. I don't know if you remember. This was the push pan, and there was a big metal disc that went in here. And when you were done, you could lift the cheesecake right out. Now it's gone. So there's not enough time now to go buy another one. And Amazon won't deliver one until after the contest is over, since it's tomorrow. So with a little bit of ingenuity, what I figured I would do is I cut out a piece of cardboard that fits in here. I'm gonna cover this cardboard in aluminum, and then I'm gonna use that as the bottom disc. So we'll see how this goes. Seriously, necessity is the mother of all invention. So I really need a bottom in this pan, and this is what we're gonna do. I'm really nervous about it though, so let's make sure everything works out. Let's do it. Okay. We got our cardboard round, flip it in the aluminum. All right. I like the shiny side up, so that's how we do it. If you're one of those strange people who prefer the dull side of the aluminum, well, you can do it your way, I suppose. Now we have a new bottom to our pan. Got that. I cut out a circle of parchment paper. That's gonna go in here too. All right, let's make our crust. So I got some graham crackers in here. And to the graham crackers, we're gonna blend in some coconuts and almonds. This way, the coconut almond flavor is buried into the crust as well. Ready?
Let's do it.
To the mixture, we're gonna add a little bit of melted butter.
Go.
Hey, there's no need to stress. I'm under a lot of pressure because I'm not sure how this is gonna come out. It's a big competition tomorrow. But what is what it is. Stay lubed, and whatever happens, happens, right? we have this. We don't feel no pressure. We'll just leave the pressure for our Instant Pot. Today's recipe was inspired by this old gal's recipe for almond joy cheesecake. Now, I'm gonna put the link right here and also down in the comments so you can go to her website to get the recipe not only for this but also for a bunch of other really great recipes. So make sure to check her site out. It's been a great help to me as I've been learning how to use the pressure cooker. Note that I'm not following the recipe exactly. I've made some modifications, some because I wanted to, but most because I had to. I didn't have all the ingredients. Now that we've got wonderful graham cracker crumbs here, mixed with the almond and the coconut, I'm gonna go ahead and put it into our pan. Start making our crust. Now it's important to remember, you want some to come up the sides, but don't go up too high. If any of this is exposed, once it's cooking in the Instant Pot, it's gonna get really mushy. So you don't want that. Make sure you stay nice and low with the crust, all right? Putting it in the freezer helps set it up a little bit better and make it easier for us to move on to the next step, okay? Stay lubed, and we'll be right back with you. We'll be making some cheesecake today. Now we're ready to make our filling. You can mix it in a bowl if you like to do things by hand, but if you don't, you want to do it really quick, you can use your mixer. I got a stand mixer here. I got old blue, big blue, ready to go. We're gonna start making our filling right now. You ready? Here we go. Step 1, stay lubed. Step 2, get some cream cheese. I got 2 packages here, some coconut and some almonds. We're also going to be adding not cashews, but some sugar. Again, we just happen to store our sugar in the cashew jar. Not cashews. Heavy whipping cream. Vanilla extract. Let's mix it up. When you mix sugar with the cream cheese, it's a process called creaming. It's gonna make it nice and fluffy and smooth, and it blends together, and it's gonna be really rich tasting in your mouth. So this is what you want it to do. Give it a nice, notice that we don't have any eggs in here yet. Those go last. There's a reason for it. You beat up the eggs too much, it's gonna souffle on you. We don't really want that, okay? So beat up these ingredients first, eggs last. Okay, all right people, stay lubed. Hope you're having as good a time making this cheesecake as I am. Now it's time to incorporate our eggs. You can do it in the mixer, but if you are careful, like me, I prefer to just do it by hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and 1 egg at a time. Okay. Take your crust out of the freezer. Now that all the eggs are incorporated, we're gonna go ahead and fill it up. Okay, now we're ready to cook the cheesecake. Let me introduce you to Lionel. Lionel is my Instant Pot. He's an electric pressure cooker. He's fantastic. I've been learning to use him for the last month and a half, and he's helped me with a lot of really fantastic meals. If you watch the other videos on the YouTube channel, you're gonna see those, okay? Now, Lionel has a song. He sings,
"Hello, is it me you're looking for?"
The reason why we cook our cheesecake in the Instant Pot instead of the oven, there's lots of many reasons why. One, this Instant Pot creates a lot less heat in the house. So on these hot summer days when you don't want to get the whole house hot by turning on the oven, you use your Instant Pot. 2, the Instant Pot uses water, steam, to cook and build up the pressure. That steam actually prevents your cheesecake from drying out. So you end up with a cheesecake that's not dry. That's key. And one of the other reasons why we use the pressure cooker, Use the pressure cooker because under pressure, it forces the cheese in, it doesn't allow it to rise so much, and what you avoid is those cracks. You know how have you ever baked cheesecake in an oven before? When you pull it out and you're like, please don't crack, please don't crack. You don't have to worry about it because we're using the Instant Pot. There is one thing to worry about though. The Instant Pot is only so big around, and so is our cheesecake pan. So once it's hot, it's gonna be hard to get this back out when it's hot. So one way to get around it is to make an aluminum foil sling. Let me show you how we do that. Okay? Take a piece of aluminum foil. Again, I'm a shiny side up kind of guy. Fold it over twice like this. Okay? And that's it. Now, when I put my cheesecake on here, I got nice little handles, a sling to hold the cheesecake, get it in and out. Some water in the bottom. And the trivets right here. It keeps our food off the bottom of the pot where it gets hot. Then our cheesecake. Then our top. And Lionel says, hey, what do you want me to do with this cheesecake? And we say, Lionel, we want you to go on manual mode for 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, I'm gonna let it do a natural pressure release, then we'll take our cheesecake out and move on from there. Okay, it was in there for 30 minutes under high pressure, and now we've let it cool down, all the pressure is released, our valve is down, we're ready to open it up and take a look at our cheesecake. You ready? Let's do this. Alright, bring it in. And take a look at that. It puffed up a little more than I would have liked. It's not extremely smooth on top. Not gonna be a big problem though. Tomorrow when we cover it with the chocolate ganache, that's gonna form a nice smooth top for us. So that's not gonna be, but as you can see, not a lot of cracking. What we would normally see that would happen when it's in the oven. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the pieces of the sling here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and let it cool for an hour out here. And then we're gonna transfer it into the fridge to chill overnight. And tomorrow, we'll put the ganache on top. Okay, catch you then. Okay, my friends, cheesecake is cooked. Now it's the next day. It's been chilling in the fridge overnight. Hopefully it's ready to come out of its shell. Okay, let's take a look. Well, I've used a can of Ensure here just because it was nice and wide and big, about the size of the opening. And so for our moment of truth, we're gonna see if the cheesecake is gonna come out. Hold. All right, sweet. Okay, so now we have cheesecake. Take this off, put back on our plate. And so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna cover the top in a little bit of coconut, and we're gonna cover that with some chocolate ganache. Right? Well, what's a chocolate ganache? It's really just 2 ingredients, and it's very simple. It's gonna be some heavy whipping cream and some chocolate that's melted together. There's different kinds of ganaches. There's the kind that you can use to make chocolate truffles and icing for a cake, and then what we're gonna make, which is like a pourable glaze for this cheesecake. And the only difference between all of those is the ratio of chocolate to the cream. So in the thicker products, like for a truffle, you're gonna use a lot more chocolate, and in the thinner one, we just use a lot more cream. What we're shooting for is a 1-to-2 ratio of chocolate to cream. The way we make sure that it is like that is I'm gonna use my scale. Over here I've got a food scale. We're actually gonna weigh out the chocolate and the cream to make sure it's a 1-to-2 ratio. Okay, so if you look here, I put the bowl on, but I've already tared the scale so that it's at 0. Let's go for 2 ounces of chocolate. 4 ounces of heavy whipping cream. Okay. 2 ounces of chocolate, 4 ounces of whipping cream. And take our whipping cream, heat it up on the stove. Okay. All right. So. Using our wooden spatula, we'll give it a nice stir. What I did was I took one of our Tupperware and I turned it upside down. That's where I put the cheesecake. So, because I would need to take this over to where the picnic is today. You can see I put the cheesecake on here, and then the top can fit down just like that, and then we'll carry it there this way so that it's protected. Some chopped coconut, and we're gonna sprinkle it. Chocolate ganache topping. I'm just gonna pour it right over the top. Some's gonna drip over the side, and that's gonna be perfect. That's exactly what we want. After it's cool, before we get to the park, we'll top it off with almonds and some more coconut. And then I'm gonna chop up some of that UltraCalm bar, the coconut chocolate bar with the L-theanine in it. We'll chop that up at the very end, sprinkle it on top, and we'll see how we do today, okay? So we'll check on that later. Catch you then. Alright, I'm going to sprinkle these bad boys on top. Yes, now this is the UltraCalming cheesecake. Go ahead and cut you all a piece. I did last night.